But in this job, I tend to travel mostly around the UK. I'm from a place called South Shields originally. Have we got any North Easterners in? Yay! Excellent. The loud women. Hello. No, welcome. Thank you very much for coming. Because I'm from South Shields, but I actually live in Manchester now, and I mostly work around the UK. Occasionally, I get to go abroad. I went to Australia last year for the Melbourne Comedy Festival, which was great. It was great until it came time to coming home, when because of the fucking volcano, got stranded for an extra week, and you find you don't get any sympathy of your friends if you tell them you are stranded for an extra week. My friend said, "You are stranded for an extra week in Australia." Well, boo fucking who? I said, "Yes, but listen to the word that you're using. It's stranded. It's not a good word, is it? You could be stranded on the end of Brad Pitt's cock and you'd want to go home eventually." I mean, after a week or so, obviously. For snacks, if nothing else. I think that explains why his girlfriends are all so skinny. Doesn't provide enough snacks. But while I was in Australia, I got a phone call from the fraud department of my credit card company inquiring why I was spending quite so much on my credit card. She said, "Can I check a couple of transactions with you?" And I said, "Of course you can." The first one was a cash point withdrawal, and I had withdrawn the money, so that was all above board. The second one, she said, "You spent £102 in a place called Holt's." And I went, yeah, that's right. It's a chocolate shop. And she went, £102? And I went, "Yeah, it was for presents." For me. Because I was nowhere near Brad Pitt's cock. I did get a new nickname while I was out there. I've never had a nickname before. I've been called things, but that's different, isn't it? I think that's bullying. My nickname is the Cake Pigeon. It's whenever I walk past a cake shop, whenever I press myself up against a cake shop, I go, "Ooh." Because I talk about cakes and puddings on stage, sometimes people bring cakes and puddings to shows for me, which is lovely, but can sometimes be a little bit weird. So a lady came up to me a few months ago. At the end of the show, she handed me a small round fruit cake, and she said, "This is for you." And I said, "That's lovely, thank you very much. What a nice thing to do." And she said, "I'm sorry, it's just that. But it's all we had in." I said, "Have you been looking through your cupboards? It's not the fucking Harvest Festival, pet. You bought a ticket, you can just come to the show." Which really pissed off the woman behind her who was standing with a tin of fucking peaches.
Hi, I'm Sarah Millican, and thanks very much for watching my video. I'm on tour at the moment with a show called Bobby Dazzler. To find out where I'm going and when, go to sarahmillican.co.uk. Thanks, bye.